There's a lot that goes into living life, and one of those obvious traits is, well, staying alive. So I thought to myself, hey, why not use my own experiences so people know how to deal with these things as they grow up? It's nothing life-changing or revolutionary, it's more things that will help you to be a self-sufficient and well-adjusted member of society. So ignore the garbage life hacks influencers peddle, the products claiming to change your life, the seminars that claim, "will make you X, and a better person in general." Those won't help you. There's no magic book, no special pill, or hidden routine to make yourself better. There's only you. You are the main cause of improvement or degradation in your life. Sometimes we have thoughts or ideas that are test pilots or prototypes for our finalized projects. Sometimes they strike an untapped horizon of opportunities, and other times are proof that some ideas should have stayed buried and forgotten. Concepts to be integrated, new topics that could be added to the lineup, or just random thoughts I had collecting dust in my mental library. Find something new to eat, get out of your comfort zone, and let's venture into the territory of non-standard videos. To make this easier to digest, I'll be going over 5 basic areas of life: hygiene, nutrition, exercise, sleeping, and daily habits. Yeah, they're rudimentary things, but if you overlook the small stuff, it can come back at you in the worst way possible, and like I said, I speak from experience. Part 1, Clean Will. A fraction of what makes a good person is practicing good hygiene. When I was younger, I didn't think too much about it, but that mindset caught up with me very quickly. I broke the second to last molar in the left side of my mouth because I didn't regularly brush my teeth. I spent time in middle and high school smelling and itching all over because I didn't wash my body, and to top it off, I got a bad case of pink eye once because I didn't properly wash my hands, and then I touched my eyelids. I used to think, oh, it's out of my control, but it wasn't. It happened because I was a lazy slouch. It was only when I realized I can't neglect my body's needs and started being sanitary. While my situation is just the tip of the iceberg, it can also happen to you too. And from me to you, here's how to avoid bad hygiene. Brush your teeth after breakfast and dinner. Shower and wash yourself regularly, and be sanitary after using the bathroom or other unsanitary activities. In other words, do your best to stay clean. That's really all there is to it. Think of it like an analogy to car maintenance. The better you take care of your body, the more mileage it will get you. Also, people will like to be around you more, and they won't avoid you like the plague. Oh, and one more thing, don't overclean yourself. You can damage your body if you constantly wash and sanitize without good reason. Don't neglect washing up, but don't religiously clean yourself to the point where your skin is destroyed. Part 2, Eat Well. Real quick, this isn't directed towards anyone with external factors beyond their control, like religion or allergies. You have your own baggage to sort out, and I won't punch down on you for it. Where was I? Ah, right! It's a game of moderation. Eat too much junk food, and the rapid increase in unhealthy eating will severely impede your daily life. However, focus too heavily on eating healthy, and it causes orthorexia nervosa, where you obsess over your health, and it can, and will, cause physical distress to your body. While this is a gross oversimplification, it means don't gorge down on everything, and don't starve yourself to the point of malnutrition. Let's say you have that down. What next? Focus on balancing out what you eat. A cheeseburger and fries aren't a bad thing, but balance it out with some carrots and grapes. You want a salad? Throw in some chicken or beef. And it's not a bad thing if you want an ice cream or pizza, but you can't not put some fruits and vegetables into your system. Don't get me wrong, I love fatty foods, but I also realize that eating nothing but fat, grease, and sugar will damage my body in the long run. So I do my best not to shovel copious amounts of garbage down the hatch. A small thing I do is I make a habit of eating an apple or grapes after a serving of cheese or chips. Not to mention people I know who have talked about eating well. I was in ROTC in high school, and the Master Gunnery had talked about how most diets are full of crap because your body needs a set amount of nutrients to operate. That lesson spanned into cut off a certain food group, and the body has to readjust for that missing element. In other words, your body is trying to get back to a level of homeostasis while you're playing a stupid game of vanity. Another thing to add to eat well is my dad is in food service. For context, over the last 40 years, he's gotten really good at cooking and being a production manager. AKA, he calculates, analyzes, and forecasts the amount of food needed to feed X amount of people within a suitable margin of error. Something to note about my father is he gets very frustrated when people don't practice good portion control. So when chefs make way too much food and throw away the extra portions, or some college student loads up a takeout container with 5 or so portions of chicken tenders, then it's no surprise when he starts to audibly sigh. That's the takeaway with self-control and portioning. If you eat like a pig and shovel fast food down every day of the week, you can't blame anyone for becoming a living waterbed but yourself. If you get incredibly picky, then good luck with your neurotic obsession with validation and health. I have no perfect diet or easy way to tell you to eat healthy. If you have the power to portion control, to make healthy choices, and eat without an external force making things difficult, and you willingly choose to neglect that control, I'm sorry, that's something I can't change. Part 3. Exercise well. Staying physically active is just as important as eating healthy. Good eating habits are worthless if the only thing you do is laze around and don't commit to any physical activities. Now, this doesn't mean get a gym membership or start pumping iron at every opportunity. It means go on walks, take invites to go hiking, swimming, or exercise with your friends, and don't use transportation unless your destination is far or questionable enough that a vehicle is needed. And to be considerate, I won't think less of you if you have a legitimate physical condition that impedes losing weight or having a healthy exercise routine. If some factor is beyond your control, I understand. The human body is no stranger to going haywire. However, this doesn't mean you're off the hook. If you can move, and by extension, burn calories, do exercises you can, and find solutions for the ones you can't. For example, I try to take 14,000 steps every day because I value my health. And I value it because I've seen pictures of what a heart caked in fat and grease looks like. I'll give you a hint. It's not pretty. And I'm not here to say you're not allowed to have some meat on your bones. But when you hear about body positivity speakers croaking around 30, there's a reason why adding some exercise to your routine is beneficial. And to cap this segment off, this goes out to every moron in the world that says the terms overweight and obesity are slurs. Overweight is not a slur, and obesity is also not a slur. They are medical terms. One is an observation, however archaic, and the other is a serious health complication. Though if you are dangerously overweight and justify looking like a land whale, then enjoy your sad, short little life. Part 4. Sleep well. Listen to me, 8 hours of sleep is a wonderful thing for the body. I'll leave the health benefit talk to the medical professionals and anyone who can diagnose insomnia, wonky sleep schedule, or consistent diagnosis, as they do that for a living, because I'm not a medical professional and I don't want to be sued on those grounds. But what I can say from experience is I stayed up late in my late middle school, early high school years. When I started turning 16, I understood the reason I felt horrible was because I was only getting like 4 to 5 hours of sleep. And currently, speaking as a 25-year-old, I do my best to get 8 hours. Your body needs a specific amount of rest to grow during puberty and to function properly as an adult. And unless you're pulling 1 or 2 all-nighters for specific reasons, repeatedly staying up is bad for your physical and mental health. You'll wake up groggy and burnt out. Wrap up what you're doing, do it tomorrow, get into bed, and take a nap. Breaking yourself is not worth missing a good night of sleep. I know this is the shortest segment, but it's the simplest. Find a good sleep schedule, folks. Just find a good sleep schedule. Part 5. Have it well. I want to let you in on something. It's a secret these dime a dozen health gurus, life hack frauds, startup company scams, and quack professionals don't want you to know. Practicing good life habits. Okay, I know that wasn't funny, but it's true. The best way to improve your overall physical health is to add things into your life at an incremental pace. You want to eat better? Then gradually change your diet. You feel tired and worn out? Set and follow a consistent sleep schedule. You desire people to be around you more? Literally clean yourself up. And do you want to improve your body? Then take some time out of your day to exercise. The reason why most diets, fads, life hacks, and other drivel don't work is because they're short-term solutions to a long-term problem. Being consistent. Think about it. What kind of world do some of these people live in where poor personal hygiene won't negatively impact them? That positive changes to their body only take a day, and you never need to do them again? Or your physical health remains at a consistent level when you deprive it of nutrients? And what kind of BS are they believing to stay up late and think it won't impact their ability to function tomorrow morning? If all we needed was a pill and some push-ups to eat whatever we want without health or weight complications, a routine that lets us stay awake without negative consequences, or a spray that lets us never need to wash ourselves again, that sounds nice, but that's a pipe dream. There is no easy way out, no quick fix to improving your health, or magical outside force that can make everything better. All these people trying to sell you stuff are preying on the fact that you want a shortcut to improvement, and exploit that vulnerability until they drain you dry. If there was an easy solution, they wouldn't have a product to sell, and they'd be out of a job. To live a good life, you need to learn what habits negatively impact you and what ones make your life a little easier to live. For me, it's a constant struggle to find and keep good habits, but I keep going so I can enjoy the time I have left. And maybe the best way to tie everything together is to say, if you can't commit to healthy sanitation rituals, practice good eating habits, have a reasonable exercise routine, and make a consistent sleep schedule, then you won't live a good life. And you can't make the world a better place, or at the very least, do good and be the best you can be in this lifetime. So, this is different from my usual brand of content, and there's a good reason. It's a symbiosis. I keep you alive, and you keep me alive. And let's face it, I wouldn't have an audience, and you wouldn't have someone to watch. I made this to also branch out of my wheelhouse, because a channel that only talks about a single show or game, or only focuses on one avenue of content, is prone to failure sooner or later. If you guys want more content like this, then please leave a like. Comment, share the video, and subscribe. And should this series get off the ground, how about I call it Mr. J's Guide to Life? Life advice with Mr. J? Mr. J's Guide to Existentialism? I don't know. I'm still workshopping the name. And don't judge me, you're not the one typing up the scripts. Hey guys, this is post-editing me, and before I end the video, I am sorry about being delinquent on an upload. I had to help repair and lift an engine into my sister's car, and I got stuck cleaning the basement in my house. During the summer, I will have an extra video prepared to make up for the one upload during March. In the meantime, I would like to let you know that the next video is going to be on HBO's Velma. It will upload on the 20th of April, so please stay tuned. Until then. I'm Mr. J, and if you'll excuse me, I've got about 3,000 more steps left to walk. Well, see you later.